last week on the pier, they hooked some sailfish. They hooked a few tarpon. They're tarpon all on the sandbar. So just get out there. They aren't eating much, but just get out there. If you've never seen a tarpon, they're a beautiful sight in the water. Nice big fish. They always look bigger than they are under the water. They just get magnified. Been a lot of bait holding on the pier. Fishing's been relatively slow. There's not a lot to report. Few kings here and there. Bonita, even the remords have almost stopped biting. So we're kind of getting those dog days of summer, but it's absolutely beautiful time to be on the pier. So go out there and don't forget to take a camera with you. We had the Cast Flat seminar this past weekend. We had about 40 people show up. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and showing the sport. Cast Flat's a new program that they're trying to get launched off. Jason and Liam Callahan are doing a great job with it. I honestly think it's going to be hugely successful. So stay tuned for more upcoming seminars. Linda and Tyler, they went offshore bottom fishing this past week. They hit that last bite. They went Friday to that last day of snapper season. They caught plenty of red snapper. They caught their limit plus plenty more. They were actually able to just to pick the bigger fish that they wanted. Grouper are also on those inshore wrecks, so just because the snapper season's out doesn't mean you need to stop bottom fishing. But it does mean you can spend a little bit more time trolling for those king mackerels. A lot of king mackerel out there to be caught. That we're starting to get into the larger fish that are coming through, so be sure you got your nice rod and your leaders are all good. Inshore kayak fishing, some trout over at Crooked Island, some nice 21, 22-inch trout are being caught on fly. West Bay trout, redfish are just on fire like they have been. On the outgoing tide seems to be the best reports we've been getting. The same those small little creek mouths, the outgoing tide. And also, don't forget, you can go around the jetties and catch those little mangrove snapper, and there should be flounders starting to move around the bay. These full moons should have those flounders moving and hungry. The inshore report pretty much just covered on the kayak one, so just hit rewind if you want a little bit more in-depth information. I do want to thank Captain Daniel Snap for coming out and supporting the Cast the Flat seminar this weekend. He was our local guide that we brought in to share his local knowledge on his lures and stuff. If you missed it, you really missed a great, talented guide sharing a lot of his trade secrets and tournament-winning success. If you do want to get a hold of Daniel Snap, his number is right here. Just give him a call. You can find him on YouTube, on Facebook. Just do a simple search for Grassy Flats Charters. Book a trip. He's extremely inexpensive, only $250 for up to 2 to 3 people. That's for a half-day trip. You will not find a better, more knowledgeable inshore guide with higher-end equipment that will take the time to teach you how to fish. He's just not out there for a paycheck. He's out there for memories. Don't forget, snapper season is closed, so if you didn't go snapper fishing this year, too bad. You got to wait till next year. Everybody I talked to that went off on Friday for that last-minute snapper bite, limited out like they did all year long. There's tons of red snapper out there. Don't forget, you can still go out there and catch them, but you cannot keep them. Still some gag grouper being caught. Some chicken dolphin a little bit closer in and way close in on the western side of the jetties. They're catching a lot of mangrove snapper. Just throw your little light line down there, small hook with some small shrimp on it, which is all the shrimp you can get right now are small, and they're just tearing it up. So if anybody goes offshore, we're probably going to stop the offshore report since most people are not going out there so they can't catch the red snapper. But if you get some reports, get them to us, and we'll be sure to put it back in for you. The brim are still extremely active. They're bedding. They're very hungry, so you need to do some crickets if you like to fish with crickets. We also have your wigglers and your earthworms for you bass guys. We have shiners. All your brothers' rivers, sisters' rivers, Choctawhatchee River, the creeks up here in Pine Log just north of the shop are all holding quality fish. And we also have the BB flies. These are Tupelo flies here. They're all hand-tied down here in Weewall. They come from Tupelo roots. A gentleman down there, he hand ties all of these, carves them out and hand ties them right there in his house. We brought them in by request, so it's just not a product we're trying to shove on anybody. We had numerous requests for these, so we brought them in. Your BB bugs are only $2.50 a piece. They're hand tied and Weewall out of Tupelo roots. So come in and see us. Your deal of the week this week is going to be your Aquapack waterproof pack. Nothing worse than having electronics get wet because you were too lazy to get an Aquapack bag for them. If you have a camera, they have a small camera case. This is their mini camera case. Fits most all points and shoots. Everything's still fully operational while it's in the bag. If you have one with a little zoom camera in it or you want that, that acrylic lens on it, there you go right there. Also, for you iPhone users, all touchscreen users, everybody wants to take their phone out on the water with them, use as a camera to update their Facebook, their Twitter, you know, all that good stuff. The small PDA, I use my iPhone in this case as an underwater video camera. I can still make and receive calls through the bag. One of the biggest perks of this, other than it being 100% waterproof, is it eliminates all wind noises. So if you're out there riding a convertible car, sitting on the beach or on the boat, and you're trying to cup the phone to get all that wind noise gone so you can tell somebody where you're at or what you're doing, this will eliminate all wind noise. Well, I got a call coming in. Y'all come see me.